Now, you've obviously got the amazing experienced striker Holly Holm. Do you think Holly Holm is ready for a fight with Ronda Rousey, and do you think now's the time, to set that title fight up?
You know what? Now is not the time to set the fight up. I wanted a couple more fights. Holly's been coming off a broken arm. She broke in her last fight early in the first round, and she still destroyed the girl and kicked her in the head and knocked her out and defended takedown. In fact, took the girl down. But Holly's there. She will beat Ronda Rousey if Ronda's still champ, after Holly's in the UFC for a couple fights. I want a couple more tune-up fights. Holly's on a fast track working on her grappling. She's getting very good at it. But I want the confidence for Holly to be there in every position so that she can let her hands and let her feet go without the worry of the clinching getting tossed in different positions. She's standing tall in front of Ronda.
As people have noted in the news, apparently Holly has gotten offers up to $250,000 in a fight to fight in boxing. However, the UFC apparently is only offering her about $15,000 or $30,000 to fight in MMA. But Holly seems like somebody who's driven to be a champion and driven by challenges. Do you think that that's going to be an issue with her going into the UFC, making so much less initially to get into MMA?
Well, there's many different ways to make money out there, and being in the UFC is probably her best avenue to make money off sponsors, different things she can do. She's very talented at things. And so the UFC is where we want to be. And the numbers have come up behind the scenes. There's no doubt about it. We're trying to work something out right now, and I definitely see Holly signing with the UFC here pretty soon. The World Series of Fighting has offered her more money. A lot of people are starting to offer more money that I'll let her manager talk about. But all the numbers a little bidding war has begun, and we're quite excited about it. But we want the UFC.
Now, you've obviously had Holly training with you for a long time, a number of years. You've also got Julie Kedzie with you as well. Do you ever stop and think how crazy it is about how women's MMA has evolved literally in the last couple of years, where if you look back maybe 3 years, there was a stance on no way, it's never going to happen, never in the UFC, and now you've got women like Ronda and Holly and Julie, even Cyborg just making so many headlines. What are your thoughts on that in general?
Girl fights are good. They have a tendency to go very hard, and they're real good at what they do. The skill level has come way up. I think Ronda has brought attention to it, busting people's arms. So that got some excitement behind it. Now, they're going to pick up Holly Holm. Holly got so many highlight films of just kicking people in the head over and over and knocking them out. And she has highlight films of kicking people in the ribs and breaking ribs and stopping fights and leg kicks and one body punch type of situations that's going to sell. And I think once Holly gets there, this whole thing of women's MMA is going to go to a higher level. I mean, years ago you had Ali versus Frazier. I think it's going to be that level.